So, I guess I didn't really do much review on this bike, so let's kind of turn it into a vlog. So, a lot of people, I mean, I've talked about my CBR, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering what happened. So, really, what happened is my first day of senior year, so I'm heading to school. School's packed, obviously, because first day of school. And at my high school, at my old high school, if you went straight, like you're going down the road, like here, there's a left turn lane, and that's the front of the school. So, you know, parents drop their kids off at the front of the school. If you keep going past that turn lane, you go to the back side of the school where all his kids would park. So I back up a little bit. First day of senior year, me and my buddies, we all meet at Taco Bell. Taco Bell breakfast had just came out, so we're up a little early, you know, and, you know, we're excited. It's going to be the last day of high school, so, you know, we're all excited. Or first day of high school, I should say. So we're all excited, and we get down there, we eat some breakfast, whatnot, and we're coming to school. We're going towards high school now. The high school was maybe a 5-minute drive from, you know, the main area of Taco Bell was, and everything went fine. You know, I was in jeans. I didn't have a jacket on. It was really nice. It was August 18th is when it happened. So I mean, it's still very warm out. I didn't have gloves on. I had my helmet on. I ride all the time with a helmet. You'll never see me without a helmet. But, you know, most schools' speed limits are about 20 miles an hour. And like I said, first day of school, so it's packed. There's a constant flow. I mean, there's a lot of people, but it's a constant flow about 20 miles an hour. I have my buddies in the turn lane, dropping off his little brother. He actually graduated the year before, so I haven't seen him all summer. So I kind of look over, I give it a rev, I wave to him. And I look back forward, and there's a van in front of me. And like I said, the kids' parking lot's in the back. So if you didn't turn, everybody knows you're going to the back. I mean, there's no stopping signs. You know, you can't drop the kid off just on the side of the street. However, when I turned back forward, there were big red brake lights in my face. And I remember time kind of slowed down, you know, adrenaline must have hit when I saw those brake lights. So right to the right of me was a curb. To the left was my buddy's vehicle, and straight ahead of me was a stopped van. So in the time, I mean, we're going 20 miles an hour. I was going 20 miles an hour. She had, for some reason, stopped right. So like, say this is turn lane, she had stopped right here. So there was no, you know, there was no way where for me to go. If I turned right, I'm dumping the bike on the curb. I go forward, I'm hitting her. I turn left, I'm hitting my buddy. And I tried to grab and do an emergency brake. And people are going to say I was following too close. And that, I mean, I got a ticket for it. I ran into the back of her. I was following too close. But at the time, it was a constant flow. There's no stop signs, nothing like that. Everybody was going a constant flow of 20 miles an hour. You would never expect someone just to slam on their brakes to let their kid out. And even the car behind me had to slam on their brakes, and I heard their car, lock up the brakes and skid and stuff. So, no, I mean, it was no idea what just happened. So in that split second of, oh shit, I tried to cut between, because I was about to here in my lane. So I made it to the far left side of my lane to try to split the vehicles, but I just couldn't get it enough. I didn't have enough time. And I pretty much straight down the middle, I slammed in the back of this girl's minivan. My shoulder went into it, my knees went into it, my knee went into it, and it was a pretty bad ordeal. I mean, 20 mile an hour straight on collision. And yeah, like I said, it was my fault, but it's just, I would have done it in the car too. I mean, I can't really say any excuse because, I mean, like I said, it was my fault. I got ticketed for it fairly, but nowhere in 1,000 lifetimes would I have expected a girl to stop. However, I did get very lucky. I like I said, I slammed in the back of her, and then I blinked and I was on the ground. I flew to the front of her window. I either flew or skidded. Like I said, I blinked and then I was on the ground. But I was up, my face was up to her window. She rolled her window down, and the first thing she says to me is, "Oh my God, you hit me." And I knew at this point, you know, I'm like waking back up. I didn't black out or anything, but at this point, like, I'm regaining, like, I don't know, consciousness per se. You know, I remember what happened next. I look her in the eyes. I'm like, "You just effing stopped in the road." And I mean, she didn't say anything after that. She kind of rolled her windows up, and like I said, first day of school, so people are running out. They're figuring out what's wrong. My principal actually came up, and he's redirecting traffic and whatnot. It's a smaller town, so everybody knew everybody and stuff like that. And I was really the only person that rode, so people definitely recognized, you know, I was the one on the ground. But I'm laying in the ground. My bike is shattered to pieces. The whole front end was gone. The radiator's gone. All the plastics are destroyed. Frame was bent. Subframe was bent. I mean, it was bad. So I'm laying on the ground. Antifreeze is pooling around me. There's plastic bits everywhere. And someone comes up to me, and they're like, "So who can we call?" And by this time, the cops are getting close and stuff like that. So my mom works about a half hour away from where we live, so she was already half hour away from, you know, the wreck. And my dad works in town, so I gave them my dad's phone number, and I said, "Do me a favor and try not to freak him out." Because at this point, you know, like I said, I'm back to consciousness. I knew I wasn't hurt. My right knee hurt really bad, but I knew nothing was broken. I gave them his number, and so they called. And I know it's a big, heavy thing to say, "Don't freak him out," but it was my dad's birthday that day. So it's something he's always going to remember. And I mean, obviously, I'm going to remember that for the rest of my life. But it happened really shitty. So the paramedics get there, and I'm messing around with them. You know, I'm joking, I'm laughing with them, because like I said, I knew I was okay. I knew nothing seriously hurt. And I had a backpack on because I was going to school, like I said. I moved my backpack up and supported my neck, so I kind of lay there, and I didn't move my neck and whatnot, because I'd seen enough videos of what to do. And I laid there, and I got put on the, you know, the board and whatnot. My dad's there and stuff like that. And they picked me up. They take me to the hospital. The hospital's like literally 3 blocks away. So it's pretty quick getting there. And after getting there, like I said, I knew nothing was wrong with me. So they did a quick checkup on me. And I mean, they decided, you know, I didn't have a concussion. There was no spinal injuries, anything like that. And they released me about an hour later, and I walked out on my own accord. I walked out on my own accord. You know, I was beat up, I was skinned up, stuff like that, but I still managed, you know, in my own power to walk away from the wreck. I had a dealer come by, my dealer that I bought it from. He came by, he was nice enough. He drove an hour from where the dealership is to pick up my bike, and they, you know, started the insurance claim for me and whatnot. And about 4 days later, some of you guys know I have an Indy 250. About 4 days later, I was on the Ninja 250. First thing I said to my mom when she got in is, "I'm getting another bike," and she goes, "I know." So biking really in and of itself is, in my blood. There's nothing I'm gonna do to give it up. I've already committed. I've already been through one wreck. And I mean, I got really lucky with my wreck. I got extremely lucky. But biking to me is just the greatest thing. Unlock it. Unlock it. It's really the greatest thing I've ever, done in my life. And I never see myself giving it up. But as I've said many times, you guys are awesome. Thank you for following me. Thank you for giving me likes and whatnot. I have a Facebook page where you can keep up with, if I'm behind on it, if I'm behind on an episode, or, just to talk to me. I also started an Instagram page for the car. Look down below in the description. You can see how to get a hold of me on both of those. So if you want to follow the car build, I officially named her Athena. So you can follow me on Instagram, and then you can follow me on Facebook, and we can stay in touch. As always, guys, this is Upshift signing out. I'll see you guys on the next one.